Oh, hello. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Jerry. Sorry.
Welcome. I'm Terry Charman. I'm the senior historian at the Imperial War Museum, London, who are responsible for the maintenance of these, the Churchill War Rooms.
Fantastic. So I found the right person.
You found the. I hope you found the right person. Yes.
No, I'm sure
I hope you have.
Sure
I hope you have. Yes. And this is the map room, obviously, in the Churchill War Rooms. And this was one of the nerve centres of Britain's war effort during the Second World War. And of course, the leader of Britain during the Second World War was Winston Churchill. He became Prime Minister in May 1940. He came down to these rooms, underground, Whitehall, the nerve centre of Britain's government, and he said, from here, this is where I will direct the war. Constructed in 1938, early 1939, and became operational a week before Britain went to war on the 3rd of September 1939.
Exactly the right time.
Yes. And we've got there the calendar marked the 16th of August, and that was the 1945. That was the day all the staff here just went upstairs and left.
Wow.
And they were more or less left like this until the early 1980s. When the Imperial War Museum took over the responsibility of running them, and we've turned it into a museum.
At the time of the war, nobody knew that Mr. Churchill was here.
It was top secret, absolutely top secret,
So,
yes.
where he would spend his most time?
Well, I think that probably the most time down here was spent in the actual cabinet room. London was bombed for 57 consecutive nights.
Wow.
Sometimes in daytime as well. One gap, one day, grace because there was fog, and then it carried on for 72 nights virtually. Yes.
Bombing every day.
Bombing every day. So the cabinet came down and met here, and that's really where Churchill was most of the time, because he didn't like, as he put it, burrowing underground in the hole, as he puts it. He liked to be up above, and sometimes watching the bombing from the roof of the Air Ministry in Whitehall. This is the Prime Minister's dining room, and it's laid out for Churchill and Mrs. Churchill. Churchill, he enjoyed his food and drink terrifically, and he started the day with a very ample breakfast, what is now called a full English breakfast. Bacon, eggs, fruit juice, toast. One thing that he wasn't very typically British about was marmalade.
Marmalade?
Yes, because in those days most people would have had finished the meal off with toast and marmalade, but Churchill, which is bitter orange. Yeah. But Churchill didn't like marmalade, so he had black cherry jam. And that's the only thing where I would clash with him, because I love marmalade.
So where everything, the food here, where was it happening?
Well, it was, the kitchen is down here.
So my mission today, I'm coming here to find out what's like Churchill's favorite dish. If I'm gonna put something in the menu for Churchill, what would it be?
So I think roast beef. The roast beef of Old England, yes, as it was called. That would, I think, was Churchill's favourite meal.
And to give him...
And that's what he had on his 90th birthday at lunch that day, so...
roast beef he had...
On his 90th birthday.
That even if this is not his favourite dish, well, this is why he had the last meal that we know here.
Well, oops.
I always make in trouble. Is this sold from that day?
It's all from that period, yes.
So everything is run out, expiry date. If there is one last fact, just before we leave, to tell us about Churchill, some interesting fact, what would it be?
Well, I think Churchill's greatness, a fact, lay in his knowledge and appreciation of history. That, okay, sometimes they were right, the things he made mistakes. I mean, he was only human, but he could pluck out of the past examples from history and apply them to the present. And I think that's something, they once say that the politicians and statesmen lack today.
Yeah, 100%.
A sense of, a knowledge of history.
Yeah, 100%.
And that was the great fact, I think.
And just food-wise, he's...
Churchill wasn't a great fast food fan at all, you know. Sit down to a proper meal, you know, with a nice glass of champagne or two.